Hello there, and welcome to another week of the weekly psychic review. So, we're doing this from the 6th of July to the 12th of July, and I just wanted to say thanks for joining me, and I hope you've had a good week last week. How I work is I call in my guides, and I ask them to give everyone out there what they need for the upcoming week, to give them all the healing that they require, and to help me to do it in a fun and easy way. So, and they're just telling me to just then, before I sealed off and tuned in, that spirituality and working with spirit, working with your guides, metaphysics, all this kind of stuff, doesn't have to be complicated, okay? It can actually be very simple, very easy, very fun, and that the most profound, some of the most profound teachings and the most profound wisdom is actually the most simple wisdom. We complicate it ourselves, and we just don't need to. So just have a think about that over the next coming week. Okay, that was a bit of a quick start. Just give me a second, I'll just seal off. I can hear my guides giggling, having a laugh with me, just getting in there. They're just saying, keeping me on my toes. Always a bit of fun with that. So, okay, give me a second, I'll just seal off, tune in, call them in, and we'll get on with the week's reading. Okay, it's funny, they said, what are you doing in relation to in your life? Are you going through the motions? Are you mixing things up? One thing why we did this to David is because we wanted to show you out there that it's good to, be open, to be fluid, to be spontaneous, to not sort of do the same thing the same way, that sort of thing, and to, have a good flow with things. And, even though that there's some practices in which, like what I do, where, when I work, I always seal off the room. They came through quickly before I did that, because they're saying that sometimes we get caught up in the sort of process or the complexity or the dynamics of an actual process, of a technique or a practice or whatever it is, instead of like allowing it to have a really nice flow, to have a nice sort of a supple kind of fluidity to it, and to allow yourself to, have a bit of fun. It's that thing where, you don't have to be in a particular place, you don't have to be facing a certain direction, you don't have to be wearing, whatever clothes that you need to be able to connect with spirit or do your practices. Yeah, there are some things in which, it is good to do, but it's that thing in which, regardless of which direction you're facing or anything like that, you can still do this stuff. If you can do it, you can do it. And it's like the sort of guidelines around this and the structures help you to get to that place. So just don't get caught up in that too much. And it's that thing about, having a bit of fun with it and mixing it up. And they're saying, hey, get out of bed on the other side, on the other side of the bed, laughing, even if you have to crawl over your partner. See what difference that makes. See what happens when you crawl over your partner, they're saying. It's that thing about, don't be afraid to mix things up and to try some new things, and to, allow yourself to sort of have a little bit more fun, to sort of experiment as well throughout your life, because it's that thing when we're coming out of COVID, and that some states more than others and some countries more than others, but as we're sort of coming out of that, and actually some places are still in the brink of it, countries, it's that thing about you go, well, this is how I used to do things. This is how things worked. This is how I flowed. Well, you know, yeah, that might be the way you flowed before, but do you want to go back to that again? Do you really want to, you know, go back to that same groove? If you think the same things, if you feel the same way, if you look at the same things, you're going to get the same outcome, man. So, you know, the only way that you're really going to be able to create a different life and to create a different sort of avenue for yourself and to change your life is to actually change yourself, change your perspective, change your thinking, you know, try something different. You know, it's that thing where there's so many different possibilities here. And instead of kind of going, oh, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, try something else. You know, if it doesn't quite work out, it might lead you onto something else that is going to work out. So it's really about experimentation a little bit and having a bit of fun and, you know, opening yourself up to, you know, other possibilities and other ways of things. So I'm getting told to get onto the weekly reading. So give me a second. So Monday, all right, so this is like, you know, when you're a child or you see kids and, you know, they're wide-eyed. They're like, wow, what's this? Wow, what's that? Why is the sky blue? Why is that happening? Why are those people dressed like that? You know, this kind of thing. They're always inquisitive. They're asking questions. They're looking around, you know, they want to know more. It's that thing about, you know, on Monday, and they're saying for the week as well, you know, allow yourself to, you know, imagine what it's like to be back there. Imagine what it's like to be a little bit more inquisitive and to wonder about things. You don't have to stand there and stare at the sky and wonder why it's blue. It's that thing about kind of going, okay, well, you know, how is this? And what does this do? And how does this work? And, you know, do I like it or do I not like it? Or do I not feel anything about it? You know, that sort of thing. But it's about bringing that wide-eyed kind of openness to Monday and to your life. You know, not just Monday or the week, but to your life. Okay, Tuesday, what's on Tuesday? So Tuesday, this is about connection. So yeah, all right. So they're saying this is about connection, if whatever you want to call it. You know, God, spirit. I call it great spirit. You know, you want to call it universe, whatever. They're telling us they don't really mind. And in relation to your guides and that sort of stuff, that don't get caught on their names or who they look like or any of this sort of stuff. They're saying, look, we don't mind. You know, what we would like is for you to communicate with us more and to be able to connect with that power source, connect with that, you know, that beauty. So yeah, whether that is God or Buddha, Allah, great spirit, universe, whatever it is, this is about connection to that. And really, when you're connecting to that, it's really about connecting to the joy, to the love inside of you, because you're made out of that energy, that creative source. You know, you're really made out of that. So it's that thing when you can connect with that at any time you want to. You don't have to be, like they're saying, facing a certain direction or wearing certain clothes or whatever the case may be. You can connect to that in any way, in anywhere at all. So, you know, even just having, you know, just a bit of your attention or just stating, they're saying actually stating in the morning, I'm going to be more aware of my connection to self or whatever you call it, you know, throughout this day and for the rest of the week, you know, from now on. I'm going to connect with that in a more full and beautiful way. I'm going to allow that to flow through me. Okay, so it's telling me to get on to Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. So Wednesday, this is, I just keep feeling like shaking, going like this. This is about letting loose. This is about shaking that stuff out of you. It's about shaking and letting go of, you know, what's still holding on to you, what's still binding you. Don't try to intellectualize it. Don't try to work it out. It's that kind of thing. They're saying actually even just giving yourself a bit of a shake, just for, you know, 10, 15, 20 seconds, and then taking a breath and just going, as you're breathing out, and just having in your mind, yep, I'm releasing whatever I need to release. I don't even care what it is. I don't need to know that sort of thing. I'm just going to shake all this stuff out. So it's just about flowing. And they're showing me too about kids spinning in circles. You know, there's reasons why they do that, not just because they're saying they feel drunk when they do it and they're all over the shop and they fall over. They're saying it's fun. You know, what is it? I think it's just saying anti-clockwise is actually releasing. Yeah, anti-clockwise is releasing. Clockwise is actually energizing. So, you know, give yourself a shake, maybe do some spins. Whatever you do, if you do it, make sure you're standing on the grass or the sand, so if you fall over, you're not going to hurt yourself on the concrete. So anyway, I'll keep moving with that. So Thursday, what's on Thursday? All right, so Thursday, so this is really about, all right, so I was about to say honouring yourself, but they're saying it's actually about not just honouring yourself, but just honouring in general. You know, so it could be, you know, it's like honouring is similar to gratitude, but honouring is like admiring something or seeing the beauty in something. So there's a lot of emotion coming up at the moment, a lot of love flowing through me at the moment, and yeah, they're just, you know, it's just about honouring that, you know, what's around you, who you are, you know, what you've created for your life. You know, it could be the beautiful flowers you have, could be the chair or the desk, could be yourself, your partner, your friends, could be the ocean or the trees, whatever it is. Now, this is about honouring. So, yeah, honour yourself and honour those around you. And they're saying when you honour Gaia, she hears it. You know, when you honour the trees hear it. And one thing you can do is you can start to honour your food as well. Whether that's, you know, you're a meat eater, you're not a meat eater, you're vegan, whatever the case may be, you honour your food, you actually raise the vibration of your food. They're saying it's quite a beautiful practice. Okay, so on to Friday. So, all right, so Friday, this is about being more sort of aware but objective about your emotions and your emotional state. You know, it's interesting when emotions come up for a person that, you know, we get so sort of caught in them because they're our own emotions. You know, we get caught up in that, what that means, how that works, how that relates to, you know, similar emotions that have happened in other experiences. But they're saying that when you're able to, you know, sort of almost like watch them, admire them, and actually see them without letting them overwhelm you, you can actually start to, you know, sort of create a little bit more choice around this. So you can actually choose to release certain things or certain emotional states or thinking patterns, thought patterns, or you can choose to, you know, bring them up more. And they're saying this leads us on to Saturday. So Saturday, it's about connecting with your heart space. So a really easy practice that you can do, which helps you to connect with your heart space, is just to put your hand, I might have gone through this before actually, you know, just put your hand, I usually put, you know, the bottom half of my hand here on my physical heart, and I put my fingers on my heart chakra, and I just focus on that and just place some attention on that area of my body. And when I do that, like now, when I focus on it, it instantly opens. You know, you instantly feel better. You know, you instantly, you know, when you, that's that saying, where attention goes, energy flows. So if you put a little bit more attention on your heart and the beauty of your heart, honoring your own heart, paying gratitude to your heart, or just feeling it, just knowing it's just there, what's going to happen is you're going to start opening up your heart space. The more you open up your heart space, the more sort of coherent your heart is going to be interacting through your body, to your mind, through to your emotional state, through to your perception, and then out to your environment, which is actually going to change the things that are going to happen in your world. And change the things that are going to happen for you and the experiences that you actually draw into your life. So try it out. This is something which, it's cool to do. If you can, once a day, even better, a couple times a day, or during meditation as well, just really concentrating on that and just focusing. A lot of people say they have trouble meditating. It's kind of one of the number one things that comes up when I do readings or healings or my counseling work or my meditation classes, whatever. Lots of my work, people go, I can't meditate. I've tried it, I can't meditate. And they go, I can't slow my mind. Meditation can be anything. And one form of meditating which you can do is actually just putting that focus on a particular place in your body or on a particular thing. So if you want to do some meditation, sit there, find a nice quiet space, fill the room up full of white light, call in your guides, ask them to come close and to help you with this practice. Put your hand on your heart and breathe in some beautiful white light into your heart. And then as you breathe out, just allow that energy from your heart to flow through your body. Just do this, It's not, as I just said, it's not just do this. This is actually quite a beautiful practice. And if you actually started doing it on a regular basis, you'll find that it makes a real difference in your life. So, hey, if anyone's up for the challenge, are up for trying something new, do this for 5 minutes a day for a couple of weeks. And then, call me up, send me a text, let me know how you go. Really cool stuff. It will change your life. It really will. Okay, so we'll just finish off. We're on Sunday now. What's on Sunday? So Sunday, they're all right. So they're saying, we're in winter at the moment, and I'm quite lucky on the Sunshine Coast. It's nice and warm a lot of the time during winter, but it's not always warm everywhere. But they're saying too, it's about finding beauty in the changes, in the cycles of the seasons, and it's about finding beauty because we're around solstice as well, or we just passed it or whatever, winter solstice. It's that thing where it's really about finding the beauty in it, and it's about finding beauty in where you're actually at the moment. So if this is with the seasons, finding beauty in the winter season, or it's about finding beauty in where you're at the moment and what you're actually doing. So it's that thing where they're saying, if you look around you, even if things are quite difficult for you, at the moment, there's going to be at least one thing in your life or around you which you can find really beautiful, and you can go, yeah, that's way cool. So look out for that on Sunday. Could be anything. Could be a friend. It could be, what's around you. It could be an item of clothing. It could be a walk that you have or a thing that you do. It could be anything, a piece of artwork or a track, some music that you like, whatever it may be. It could be anything. Okay, I'm going to leave you there. I just want to thank you for joining me. This week's reading was quite fun, a little bit different, really good, and they're just telling me we like to keep you on your toes with this. So yeah, have a fantastic week. Hope all's gone well last week, and I wish you an awesome week this week. If you'd like to book an appointment with me, all my details are below, or check out my website, Google page, Facebook, David M. John. Just give us a buzz. All right, I'll leave it there. Have a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.